Hey there. So I wanted to talk about the fable of the fox and the grapes. This leads to my favorite two-word phrase, sour grapes. It's a way of defining a cognitive bias in which we want something, then are unable to get that thing, and then decide we didn't want it in the first place. The fable goes something like this. There is a fox trying to get grapes off a tree. By the way, did you know that foxes eat grapes? I didn't know that, and I still don't know that, because fables are lies. So, the fox is trying to get grapes from the tree, and it's climbing up the bark, it's doing a thing, it's jumping on a rock, it's stretching, it's doing everything it can to get these grapes. But, she fails to get the grapes. And the fox gets down, relaxes, takes a breath, and looks up at the grapes, and says, you know what? Those motherfuckers are sour, probably. I didn't even want them. I don't want them. They are probably disgusting grapes. And it's just like, ugh, why would I even try? And walks away satisfied, being like, well, I didn't get the grapes because I didn't want the grapes. And so this is a very, very classic human bias, where we decide that after failing at a thing, we didn't want it in the first place. And so whenever I see that, I just say sour grapes, Personally, I feel really proud of being able to identify when I do this, and it's really helped me get past that. And now the mentality is more, when I fail at something that I wanted, I don't think I didn't want it in the first place, or, it's actually better off, or I'm so happy now that that thing didn't happen. Even though I have a whole other thing about regrets, which, fine. But regrets are stupid and false. Don't worry about them. Okay, so the main idea here is to acknowledge the failure. I wanted this thing. I tried to get this thing. I may have tried very hard to get this thing, and I couldn't get the thing. And that's fine. I failed. It's okay. Sometimes that failure is on you. Sometimes it's a lack of ability or skill or, whatever. And sometimes it's total luck, it's total luck. And sometimes it's on somebody else, right? It's someone else's fault that this happened, or the deciding factor is outside of you, right? Whether it's fate or somebody else, whatever. Those are all acceptable and reasonable ways of failing. And I think the important thing is for us to lean into, acknowledge our failures and not write them off, because failures are how we learn, When I fail and I fuck up, I put all that shit on me. And sometimes it's not healthy, and we can go into that later. But in general, I think that is a really good way of learning from your mistakes. What could I have done differently? Don't pretend you never wanted the thing. Say, I failed, and what do I do next? Anyways, I'm super fucked up. It's 6:30 in the morning. I just thought I would look at the camera and yell at people. And that's it. Bye. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.